Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you would never ask. It is Monday, the 17th day of July. Today would have been my dad's birthday. He passed away at age 49, so he's been gone since the mid-90s. Dad, happy birthday in heaven. Day for International Criminal Justice Day. It is National Get Out of the Doghouse Day. Am I in the doghouse?
Not currently.
National Lottery Day, National Tattoo Day, World Emoji Day, National Yellow Pig Day, National Wrong Way Corrigan Day, and National Peach Ice Cream Day. Ooh, peach ice cream sounds good.
We should go for ice cream and get a tattoo.
Oh, there we go. I don't know about that. I'm excited. It's a Movie Star Monday, and my guest today is an amazing actor by the name of Glynn Turman. Now, he's been in a bunch of movies. One of my favorite movies that he's been in is, and it's not a huge part in this particular movie, but he was in Gremlins. He was a teacher in Gremlins. But he's been in so many other things. Most recently, he was in a little thing called 80 for Brady.
I remember hearing about that.
Yeah, he's been in a bunch of stuff. I've got a link to his IMDb in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Give yourself a little credit.
It's more important than ever to have a better credit card. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a card to give you cash back or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Give yourself a little credit. Go ahead and switch to bettercreditcards.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. If you feel like your mental health needs a boost, don't follow the current trend of bed rotting. Get up and dance. Bed rotting is just sitting in bed. Don't do that. Get up and dance. University of Exeter researchers reviewed 171 studies on participants from 9 different countries, all diagnosed with anxiety and depression. Studies looked into the effectiveness of group-based performing art therapies when it comes to easing symptoms. 5 different studies investigated the impact of dance on mental health. All found significant improvement in depression and anxiety levels. Significant benefits were also found in art therapy. So if you're feeling a little blue, you can get up and dance or maybe paint
I agree with
something.
that. It's hard to be depressed when you're dancing. How are you sad when you're dancing?
Here's why I'm sad when I'm dancing. My knees hurt. Like, ooh.
You don't have to
ouch.
dance like vigorously, but you can just dance.
Anytime I dance, it looks vigorous. It's like, who's that guy stumbling around out there? That would be me. Surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com.
Did you know you can allocate a percentage of your IRA to physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover? You can put your IRA back on the gold standard. Genesis Gold IRA is the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Call now for your free gold and silver report and learn how to qualify for up to $10,000 in free silver. GenesisGoldIRA.com would like to help protect your IRA today with a simple phone call. Learn more and get the phone number at GenesisGoldIRA.com. That's GenesisGoldIRA.com.
Did you know? Brought to you by GenesisGoldIRA.com. Heidi, did you know it's not just people, affairs, and being apart for a long time can be relationship deal breakers for birds as well.
Oh.
A new study published in the Journal of Proceedings of the Royal Society shows that birds with higher divorce rates tend to migrate longer distances and be more promiscuous.
I didn't know birds had divorce rates. I wasn't aware that was a thing.
Compared divorce rates and behaviors of 186 species of birds.
Heck?
And they found that sexual conflicts and environmental stresses, not just sexual selection, contribute to the breakup. About 90% of birds are considered monogamous. So are there attorneys then for these bird divorces, do you think?
I have no idea.
Well, if they are, I bet they're not cheap.
Oh, my gosh. I'm embarrassed for you.
Yeah, I don't blame you. We don't know everything, but now we kind of know this.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by InsuranceChicken.com. If you ever wanted to dress or ski or tell the time like James Bond, now is your chance. A selection of items including dinner suits, silk bow ties, Lamborghini skis, and a special edition Omega Seamaster watch are up for auction, all from the personal collection of 007 himself.
Oh, my.
Roger Moore. Moore passed away in 2017. He played Bond in 7 films from 73 to 85. His family is selling 180 lots of Moore's memorabilia, with part of the proceedings going to the United Nations Children's Fund. which is really cool. I think this is neat that they're doing this. Some of these items are expected to fetch quite a bit of dough. So I don't know if I'm going to be bidding on anything, but that would be kind of fun to watch, wouldn't it?
What?
Christopher,
I can guarantee you we're not going to be bidding on anything.
Most likely not. Christopher Nolan's atomic bomb thriller Oppenheimer is set to leave a lasting impression. Oppenheimer has big names like Robert Downey Jr., Emily Blunt, Matt Damon, and Rami Malek. It opens in theaters July 21st. Big screen, little screen, brought to you by InsuranceChicken.com.
How much do you pay for your cell phone every month? If that's more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current one. Whether you're a fan of iPhones or Samsung, they both work well with Mint Mobile. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying. Just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. A report says that jogging through a forest, you listen to this? Jogging through a forest is twice as good for those suffering from mental health problems than working out in a gym. So jogging through a forest, twice as good for mental health.
Well, it's nature.
Yeah.
They've said that for years. That's nothing new.
So here's the thing. If you don't want to jog through a forest, maybe you could just walk,
Go for a walk
through the
in
woods.
the forest.
Yeah.
Go sit in the
Yeah.
forest. It's just the nature part of it.
Yeah, I think that's probably what it is.
Yeah.
So maybe take a hike on a trail or do something to get the fresh air and
Yeah.
the sounds of nature and little birds chirping.
And just getting out of your house and
Yeah.
out of your own head is really what it's all about.
we should do that. But not today. We'll do that another day. Hey, our dog would love it, by the way, because
Oh, I
our
know
dog
she
loves
would.
to go for a WALK. I can't even say the word.
Yes, she
Because
does.
she might hear it and then she'll come, running in here wanting to go. But a dog expert says that your pupper probably not only knows your name, but your dog also knows the names of other members of your family and knows the names of other pets in the household.
Our dog does.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Deanna Urit, who writes Dog Tales blog, points out that it's only natural that dogs notice that certain words go with certain people and with certain pets because dogs are highly attuned to human behavior and communication, and that they easily learn to recognize their name for people and animals that they often come into contact with.
Yeah.
Our dog is a little over 2 years old now. We
Yeah.
always call her our puppy, but she's not a puppy. She's a full-grown dog. She's just a little itty-bitty tiny thing. And my daughter has a couple of really, really big dogs.
She knows their
And
names.
she definitely does. And I won't even say their names out loud because, again, she'll get all excited and she'll think they're coming over to visit. And it's funny because she's always excited for them to get here, but then she's very excited when they leave. And she gets back to her own little, her own place, her own schedule. Scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com.
Why did the chicken cross the road? To save money on insurance at InsuranceChicken.com. Do you have the best plan for you? Find out at InsuranceChicken.com. Let's face it, we don't even want insurance. We need it. But you don't need to overpay. Head over to InsuranceChicken.com to see your rates from several different companies. All available in one place at InsuranceChicken.com. The other guys have a gecko, a duck, and an emu. Why not a chicken? InsuranceChicken.com. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show. Excited to visit with Glynn Turman, and we're going to talk about our new documentary, The Legend of Glynn Turman. We've seen this guy in so many films and TV shows, and Glynn, you've been in just about everything, haven't you? You've been everywhere.
Well, I've been around a long time, John. Yeah, I guess that's just about everything. Yeah.
Well, I love that. And what is it like when now all of a sudden there's a documentary about the legend of you? That's got to be pretty humbling and pretty amazing to have somebody do that.
It really is. I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. I didn't realize I had anything that important to say that people would want to tune in and listen. But I guess, you stay around long enough, you accumulate something that people think is of value.
Well, I can absolutely see why. Emmy Award winner, NAACP Award winner. Again, you've been in so many movies and TV shows. And is there a favorite project as you look back and you see all of these amazing things you've done? Is there a favorite that kind of just stands out as, man, I'm glad I got to do this?
Well, I just finished Horizon with Kevin Costner. A Western, which is my favorite genre. I'm excited to see how that turns out, but then I'm just getting back off the road from that. But of course, over the years, there have been shows that have rung true to me. Cooley High, A Different World, The Wire, Fargo. If you have listeners who go back as far as Peyton Place, that was groundbreaking as well.
Oh, yeah.
Not to mention some of the stage productions that I've done. So, I have favorites in the different genres that I've been a part of.
Now, how different is it when you're a part of a giant blockbuster with a blockbuster budget like Gremlins compared to a movie? Because you've done some things that I know are not as big of a budget, not as big of a film, but maybe has more of an impact, more of a personal connection. How different is it on set when you're doing something because it's something you want to do, rather than, hey, it's a giant blockbuster and we got to have you involved in this?
Well, it's not, the process, the acting process, and the energy that I bring. And the love for the craft that I bring is no different whether it's a show that I'm doing for $1.9850 or a show that's a blockbuster, $50 million budget. I still bring all that I can to the project as an actor, performer. So there's really no difference, It's all about the work for me.
I love that, and again, I think that's one of the reasons people are drawn to you is because whether it is a giant blockbuster or if it's a passion project, you put your whole heart into it every single time, don't you?
Yes, sir. I do. I respect the craft. It's been good to me. It's been tough, hard but fair, as they say, and. I'm about the work.
How different is it when you're working on a television program compared to a movie? Because you've had a chance to do quite a bit on both of those, whether it's a TV show, that, again, several that are huge hits, or if it's a movie. Is the process of making a movie completely different than the process of making a TV show?
Just in terms of time, when you're making a movie, you have more time to work on a scene. One scene might take you all day. 3 pages might take all day to do. On television, you might do 4 or 5 scenes. You might try to crank out 7 to 12 pages a day. So it's a matter of the value of time.
I love that. Again, the new documentary is out right now. Again, it's called The Legend of Glynn Turman, and I'm going to throw a link to make it easy for people to find this.
Oh, great. I wish you would. That'd be fantastic. It's on Peacock.
Yeah, and I've got a link to the trailer as well so they can watch this. And again, it's just absolutely fascinating. And I love the fact that they're doing this. Sometimes in Hollywood, there are what I would refer to as unsung heroes, people who deserve far more credit than they ever get. And you, by far, are one of those people. I love that they did this project about you.
Oh, thank you. That's very kind of you to say. Yes, Maverick Entertainment is distributing and on Peacock. And, my partner, Junie Smith, he convinced me to make this happen, and I'm really thankful to him for, convincing me that I should go ahead on and do this, that I had something worth to say, and I hope your listeners can take something away from my journey.
Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it, sir.
Thank you.
Now, the new documentary, it's out right now. I've got a link to it in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Give yourself a little credit.
It's more important than ever to have a better credit card. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a card to give you cash back or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Give yourself a little credit. Go ahead and switch to bettercreditcards.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Jogging is considered running when it exceeds a speed of 6 miles per hour or 9.7 kilometers. So that's
good
when
to
jogging
know.
becomes running. If you're going, even when I'm running, I'm probably officially jogging. Maybe even sometimes walking. All right, fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Video games train the human brain to make faster decisions in real life.
I bet that's true.
Yeah, so you can, have a quicker time response on things. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Less than 1% of Antarctica is ice-free. So like 99% of Antarctica is ice.
Not a vacation destination.
Probably not. If you do go there, you probably don't need a swimsuit. Another fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
There's a mountain in Australia named Mount Disappointment because the explorers were so unimpressed with the view from the top of the mountain.
Well, that's sad.
What do you think of this view? Yeah, I've seen better. And our final fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The term riding shotgun comes from the sitting position of the guard on a stagecoach who carried a shotgun.
I knew that.
Yeah, several fun facts. Now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Did you know you can allocate a percentage of your IRA to physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover? You can put your IRA back on the gold standard. Genesis Gold IRA is the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Call now for your free gold and silver report and learn how to qualify for up to $10,000 in free silver. GenesisGoldIRA.com would like to help protect your IRA today with a simple phone call. Learn more and get the phone number at GenesisGoldIRA.com. That's GenesisGoldIRA.com.
Time now for the Mint Mobile question of the day. It comes your way courtesy of Mintervention.com. Question, Heidi. 65% of women in a relationship say they don't believe their man when he tells them this. What is it?
He's working late.
No. When he says, I'm sick, they don't believe him when they say they're sick. Do you believe me when I say I'm sick?
Usually.
Because how many times am I sick? Hardly ever.
No, I think you exaggerate sometimes.
Oh, what? No. When I get sick, I get really sick. Feeling a sniffle right now. Mint Mobile question of the day comes your way, courtesy of Mintervention.com.
How much do you pay for your cell phone every month? If that's more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current one. Whether you're a fan of iPhones or Samsung, they both work well with Mint Mobile. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying. Just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com.
Now some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. I don't know that I'm ready for this, but apparently a couple in Colorado were married at a historic church using ChatGPT to do the wedding.
What? Why?
Reese Weinch and Dayton Truitt planned their wedding in just 5 days. Truitt was about to deploy for the Army. Thank you for service. And Weinch wanted to join him after basic training. Colorado does not require a licensed marriage official for weddings, so the bride's dad came up with the idea to do the easier, cheaper thing. Let's use AI for your wedding.
So if they don't require a licensed official, is the marriage legal and binding?
I think so. The bot initially refused, saying, I can't do this. I don't have eyes. I don't have a body. I can't officiate at your wedding. But they fed all the information that ChatGPT needed. The couple sent out a message written by the bot to their 30 guests explaining AI would be officiating the wedding, probably the first in history, by the way. It said, during the ceremony, I will eloquently express the significance of the historic moment and the limitless possibilities that arise when love and technology intersect. Anyway, when it was all said and done, they had a little mask over a speaker to make it look like a robot, but it was just a speaker. And they did write their own vows. So I don't know what we just saw happen there, but it was something. And it's weird.
That's why it's definitely weird.
Weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
John and Heidi.
Time now for the list, brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. Lawn Starter sniffed out 2023's best dog park cities. So think about where would be a good place for a dog park. There were 98 of the biggest U.S. cities based on access, quality, and climate, and 100,000 two-legged residents or more in that area. So the 10 best and the 10 worst. Which should we do first?
Let's do the 10 best.
Number 10, Norfolk, Virginia. 9, Portland, Oregon. 8, Las Vegas.
I was going to say Portland. I thought
7,
for sure
Sacramento.
that was up there.
6, New York City. 5, Arlington. 4, Tampa. 3, Henderson, Nevada. 2, San Francisco. The best place for a dog park, according to this, Boise, Idaho.
Really?
Yeah. So now the worst dog park cities, according to the list, not John. Irving, Texas, Newark, New Jersey, Santa Clarita, California, Arlington, Texas, Kansas City, Missouri, Columbus, Ohio. Number 4, Laredo, Texas. 3, New Orleans, LA. 2, Cleveland, Ohio. And the worst place for a dog park, Garland, Texas. Yeah, so now somebody listening in Garland, Texas at the dog park's like, what? I don't make the list.
I like my dog
I
park.
just read it to you. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Why did the chicken cross the road? To save money on insurance at InsuranceChicken.com. Do you have the best plan for you? Find out at InsuranceChicken.com. Let's face it, we don't even want insurance. We need it. But you don't need to overpay. Head over to InsuranceChicken.com to see your rates from several different companies. All available in one place at InsuranceChicken.com. The other guys have a gecko, a duck, and an emu. Why not a chicken? InsuranceChicken.com. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Time now for the quote of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com. Quote today is from Irma Bombeck, who said, "When your mother asks, do you want a piece of advice? It's a mere formality. It doesn't matter if you answer yes or no. You're going to get it anyway."
That's true.
End quote.
That is true.
That is true. That is the same thing, by the way, for a wife saying to her husband, do you want some advice? You're going to get it. So, also, when my wife says, do you want a breath mint? The answer is always yes. That means I need one.
Not necessarily. It means I'm getting one out for myself. Would you like one as well?
Quote of the day comes your way, courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. Comes your way courtesy of GenesisGoldIRA.com. Listen to this headline. Stranger buys blind lawn care provider a new trailer and a mower.
Oh, what? Okay.
What's
sweet.
going on here? I didn't even know that was a thing. James Porter runs a small lawn maintenance business in New York. Because he is legally blind, he cannot get a driver's license and has to walk to all of his customers and transport his heavy equipment with a hand-pulled trailer. But when his trailer broke, a stranger stepped up to help. What really stuck out to me with James was he's doing this pretty hard job towing a lawnmower and a weed whacker and everything on it, so he's a hard worker. Paul is the gentleman who did this. Paul Coing bought James a new trailer and a new mower to reward him for his hard work. If it wasn't for Paul, I'd be scrambling, trying to find a way to get transportation to pull all of my stuff around, James said. Paul shared a photo of James to Facebook in hopes of getting him more customers. And he has already gotten quite a few new customers from the post.
I love that.
He said that's what Facebook community is great about, and this when a person is in need. He said, I can't help him right now, but this community can help him. I really appreciate Paul for helping me, James said. He has no idea how much I appreciate him.
Aww.
So he's not 100% blind, but he's legally blind.
I was going to say, how is he mowing people's lawns?
So
if
I
he
think
can't
that's
see?
Really, really cool. And he's got a little trailer that he hauls this mower on. It reminds me of when my mother was getting ready to sell her house. We were helping get things ready, and a kid walked by with a trailer like this, like a wagon, with a lawnmower on it. Yeah. And I hired him to mow the lawn. And my wife and my sister and my mother all made fun of me because they said I overpaid him. I was like,
big time. He didn't even mow the backyard.
I thought he did a great job.
No, he didn't.
Kudos to you, kiddo. I'm glad. And hey, the house sold on the very first day. So
well, it's a good thing because the backyard needed mowed.
I think it was all because of that lawnmower. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show.